guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a home DIY video. I'll be doing a little makeover for my powder room downstairs. I'm making over the vanity mirror as well as the cabinets. You can see that I changed the mirror up and then also resurfaced the cabinets as well. Without further ado, let's get started. Starting with materials, I'm using the Varathane wood stain in the color Ebony. The reason I'm using a wood stain is because I want a matte pulled out texture on the cabinets. However, you can use regular paint if you want a quicker dry time and also easier application. Next, I need a brush, so I picked a medium size since I'll be using it for both cabinets and the mirrors. Also some paper bowls for holding the brush. Also need some tape for taping off the edges for the mirror, gloves while I'm painting, a screwdriver for attaching and removing the hardware. For the mirror, I got the E6000 glue to attach the mosaic pieces. To make the mosaic pieces, I'm using this silver platter I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to start this project off by painting the mirror first, since that is the piece that I'll be attaching all these mosaic pieces, so I want it to dry first. So I'm going to first take this off the wall, and I have this old shower curtain I'm going to lay on the floor so that way I make sure I don't get any paint on the floors or anything. I'm going to start off by taping off the edges. I actually ran out of tape completely, but I got too lazy to actually get more tape. So I'm going to use this piece and reuse it around the mirror. Of course, if you have more than enough tape, then you can definitely tape up your entire mirror first before you start painting. However, I don't have the luxury of that today, so I'm just going to keep scooting back and forth with this same piece of tape. As far as the painting goes, just make sure when you're using this type of paint, you're putting it onto the container first, so that way you have a very thin coat. Anything that is a wood stain that is oil base is going to take much longer to dry, so you really want to keep that coat nice and thin. However, like I said before, if you do choose to use regular paint, then it's business as usual. You can just go ahead and paint a regular coat instead of a really thin coat. While I'm waiting for the mirror to dry, I'm going to go ahead and remove all the hardware from the bathroom vanity, and that way it will leave me a nice clean surface to start painting. I'm also going to go ahead and tape up the bottom of the vanity so that way I don't get any paint on the floor. Just a couple things to keep in mind. Again, you want to paint at a certain direction, so you don't want it to look messy or anything like that. And then also, again, make sure you use a really thin coat. If you slobber a thick coat on this, it will not dry, and you're going to have a lot of difficulty at the end. We're going to do 2 coats. This is the first coat as well, so if you do see some brown showing through, that is perfectly okay. And then just make sure you paint any edges that are going to show up when you have the cabinet closed as well. After you're done with that, the frame for the mirror should be ready for a second coat. This coat is really light. You're really just covering the brown areas and that's it. It will still leave it a little bit tacky. That is absolutely okay. And then we're going to go back to the vanity and we're going to go ahead and do a second coat. This time I'm not doing a straight line down or anything. I'm actually doing a wave across. This is making sure that you're covering all brown areas on the vanity. I'm doing a pull method for this afterwards when I'm wiping the excess paint off. However, I am going to give it some time to dry after this coat. Now that the frame for the mirror is a little bit dry, but it's a little bit tacky, I'm going to use some Bounty paper to remove the excess paint from it. It will still be a little tiny bit tacky after this. That is okay. It will dry out completely over time. For the mosaic pieces for the mirror, I'm going to need 1 inch by 1 inch squares. I'm going to first cut off the edge off of this tray, and then I'm going to measure out the squares on the middle piece and cut those pieces out. You can see that I'm using a triangle ruler for this. You can definitely use any type of book or poster board that has a corner to it just to make sure everything is straight. Afterwards, you're going to cut out all of the pieces and then it's ready for the mirror. To adhere it to the mirror, just make sure that you have everything placed on the right spot first, so that way you don't run out of space when you attach the glue on it. I'm just laying it on the edge of the mirror with a little bit of it dangling off, so that way it's easy for me to pick up when I attach the glue on it. Now to finish off the vanity, I'm going to go ahead and do the pull method with the bounty paper on the cabinet this time. You are definitely going to be using a lot of bounty paper. Be sure to be generous with it, because if you do let the paint build up on the bounty paper, it will start to break off into little pieces. Keep in mind that after you're done with this, like I said earlier, it will be a little bit tacky and it will dry off in the next 24 hours or so after. After that, you can put the mirror back up on the wall and you are done. So this concludes my little tutorial. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to give me a nice thumbs up. And of course, if you would like to join the family, be sure to click that subscribe button. I will be doing more videos on home DIY, hopefully once a week moving forward. Aside from that, thank you so much again for watching. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.